Hello, and welcome to Film Slam Stream's post-film conversation for the interview. My name is Eric Siler, and I'm a professor of film, media arts, and communication, as well as moderator of this conversation. We are pleased to be joined by the director of the interview, Genevieve Clay. Hello, Genevieve, and welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for the opportunity to chat.
You're quite welcome. The interview is a very interesting, very emotional film. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to create this film?
Yes, so I have been pioneering and advocating for inclusive filmmaking for a long time. And at the time that we made The Interviewer, it was really important that we were making films with people with disability that reflected issues that they were facing. So the film was inclusively made with 12 people with intellectual disability, and I took them through 12 months of filmmaking workshops to create the script and to learn about cinematography and all the elements of filmmaking. And the story came from a true story of a guy who had an intellectual disability who kind of was working at an organization and hijacked an interview. And I originally got that story sent to me, and I thought that it was a really great kind of basis for a film. So when I brought the story into the workshops, we heightened the stakes. So we set it at a high-rise law firm where the pressure's really intense, and we tried to weave in some themes around low expectations of people with disability in the family unit and also externally in society, so that eventually the character of James Dexter teaches both his father and Tom to see people with disability with high expectations and not to have low expectations of them.
That's a very passionate and great thing that you've done, because a lot of times people who do have special needs are overlooked when it comes to roles in films. So I'm glad that you actually. How did you end up using James? Did you audition him, or did you find him through your workshop that you did?
I've known Jared O'Dwyer, who's the actor who plays James, for over a decade, and we made our first inclusive film together in 2008, and it's a film called Be My Brother, and we collaborated on that together. He is at the time I met him, he wanted to be an actor, but there was no opportunities for him in film or television because there was simply just nobody was casting people with trisomy 21. That's another terminology for Down syndrome, which people with Down syndrome prefer now to be called by its clinically proper name, trisomy 21. So there's no opportunities for people with trisomy 21 on the camera, like in character roles or behind the scenes as well. And so he is a very talented actor. When I first met him, he could recite Shakespeare, and I thought that it was really important that we give him an opportunity to show that. I was a budding filmmaker myself, and yeah, we made this film, Be My Brother, and it ended up winning one of Australia's largest short film festivals, and that's where we kind of kept going with the inclusive filmmaking process. That film as well was also made with people with disability as crew as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's good, to have cast and crew. Now, one thing, I mean, I just know personally and interacting with people with special needs, the main thing is to treat them as if you would treat anyone else. So how was it working as a director, working with someone with special needs and working with other cast and crew members who did not have special needs?
So it is true to simply just look at a person and not assume what they can or can't do before you give them the opportunity to try. And so with inclusive filmmaking, it's really important that you're aware of your own prejudices around disability so that you can oppose those inherent, I guess those, when I say inherent, what I mean is we're born into a world where people with disability are segregated. And so that has an impact on the way we perceive disability from a very early age as, you know, as children. And we grow up with these subconscious, in the back of our head, ideas around what people with disability can or can't do, and how we should behave, and how they, you know, it means that they face barriers to getting jobs and being included in all different parts of society, because people without disability just don't give them the chance. And so for me, working with actors with disability, I try and I mean, I just work with them like anybody else. And as we kind of face challenges together, we work out ways to overcome those challenges like you would with any other actor. All actors have, you know, blocks at some point, or they don't understand a part of the script and they need coaching and assistance. And it's the same with actors with disability. And it's just really important not to treat them differently, but just to work alongside those actors and ensure that you're giving them the same space and respect that you would any other actor, and help them to achieve their personal best in the project. In terms of crew, we see certain what's called reasonable adjustments in other workplaces for people with disability. So when I say reasonable adjustment, I say if you're the right person for the job and you need some assistance to do your job, whether that's a standing desk or, you know, 15 minutes extra at work, or you need someone to support you if you have a vision impairment or low vision, and you know, you need some assistance with certain things. I mean, great workplaces will make those reasonable adjustments because they understand the importance of investing in that person, because statistically people with disability, they stay in their jobs longer and they cost actually overall less than other employees. And so we implement these same kinds of reasonable adjustments on a film set. We work out how to, you know, effectively include people with disability as crew, and then create a culture and put structures and systems around in order to fully support them to be able to do the job.
Oh, well said, well said. Before I let you go, can you tell me if you're working on anything now, and whatever you're working on now, are you including people with special needs?
So pretty much in all my work, I am making inclusive films. So that is ensuring that people with disability are a part of co-creation, they're getting opportunities on set, and basically just ensuring that there's equal opportunity on the projects that I work on, so that you know, people that usually face barriers to being included in the film industry, with my projects, they don't face those barriers. And I am working on projects. So I'm in development on a few projects in terms of a feature film and a couple of television shows. And I'm about to shoot another inclusive short film in a couple of weeks, actually. So yeah, definitely lots of plates spinning and keeping busy, but always with inclusivity at the center.
That's great. I wish you all the best in that with that. Well, one last question. With this film, The Interviewer, can you just tell us briefly? I know you said it won some awards. Can you just tell us the general reception that you received from the general community and the special needs community?
I look at The Interviewer like its own entity, because it really just went off into the world and did its own thing. It's gone viral over 3 times. I think we're up to 40 million views across multiple platforms, from people ripping it and putting it on other sites. And it's actually an interesting thing when your project goes viral, because you lose control of it. And a part of you goes, it's great that it's getting out there and people are seeing the message. But another part of you goes, we need to remember why we made this film and the message behind it, and ensure that, you know, people aren't just using it, but they're also spreading the message of inclusivity and the making of, you know, there's a whole making of film that shows the 12 people with disability working on the film on set. And that's a really important part. So it's great, but it's also it's a little stressful in a way, because you want to keep the integrity of the piece. And it's won lots of awards. I mean, I actually just, I've lost count. It just got to a point where it just was kind of getting in awards and getting into festivals, and I literally just lost count. And it continues to be asked to show places. So I literally just, back in 2013, when it was just getting overwhelming because it was in so much demand, I kind of just went, there's no point in keeping a tally, just keep up with demand and just get it out there. And then we'd win something and I'd get a certificate in the post or a trophy and go, oh, how lovely. And we actually give all those trophies out to our crew with disability. So every one of those crew, I think, have at least 3 trophies each. So that's been a really special part of it, sharing the success with them.
That is wonderful. That is it's such great work that you're doing, not only creating art, but helping people, for actors, cast and crew, and also helping mankind in a sense, in which people who are watching your work as well. We need more people like you in the industry.
That's so kind. It's a wonderful thing to do, but also I hope that more people will be inclusive filmmakers too. So I hope it captivates other people to also bring inclusivity into their artist practice.
Absolutely. Instead of hiring actors to play people with special needs. All right. Well, Genevieve Clay, this has been such a wonderful conversation. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I wish you all the success. And to the viewers, I would like to thank you for watching this. If you're interested in learning more about the upcoming 45th Cleveland International Film Festival, please visit clevelandfilm.org or continue to follow us on social media. I'm Eric Siler. Thank you.